Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're back, man. We're talking about the Walking Dead season premiere. This is the season 5 premiere. So if you haven't had an opportunity to watch the season 5 premiere of the Walking Dead, stop listening now. Major spoilers. Here we go. Oh my gosh, man. Okay, so I'm in Hawaii. Today is October 12th, 2014. And what is crazy about living in Hawaii now, The Walking Dead comes on at 6 o'clock and ends at 7, so I'm able to put up a nice review for you guys, and maybe even a couple of those, just to see how it goes. It's light outside, and then by the time the middle of the show happens, the actual darkness arrives in Hawaii. I guess you could say the sun sets, and, the sun goes away, all that good stuff. Okay, the Sanctuary picks up right where season 4 left off at, and you have Rick, Glenn, Sasha, Michonne, Carl, Maggie, Eugene, Abraham, Rosita, and hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody else, but they're all trapped inside of that boxcar. They're the boxcar children of the Walking Dead, okay? And they're waiting to be released, man. All of a sudden, man, you have Rick, and he says they mess with the wrong ones. And now they're inside of the boxcar. They're plotting to say, okay, as soon as the doors open, we're going to attack them. So somebody yells, put your back, face the wall, or put your back towards the wall, or put your back towards the middle of the cart. And then after that, they kind of give them this warning. And then all of a sudden, right when they think the door is going to open, the top of the boxcar opens up, and then this flashbang gets thrown inside. Abraham yells, move! And then after that, boom! And then, all of a sudden, like, they show, I guess through the eyes of, like, Rick, like a first-person view, like a first-person shooter, and someone's being drugged to where, I guess you can say, their final resting place, man. Because as they're getting drugged, you start seeing that these people inside of Terminus, the termites, they are actually cannibals, yes. And all the, I guess you could say, all the, nods and guesses and all that, they were true, man. They were actually cannibals. So we were right with the comic book source. We know who this guy is. And what's kind of crazy and fascinating about it is that this show tonight showed some of the most, I guess, nastiest things on television I've ever seen. Necks being slit, zombies' faces being ripped off, people being punched to death. And this is the beginning of season 5. So we're in for a real treat, man, if you're a Walking Dead fan. Anyway, man, just to make a long story short, Rick and the gang, man, that's Rick, Glenn, Daryl, and Bob. They are kind of lined up inside of this, let's call it like a pig's sloth bed, and they're on their knees. Now, all of a sudden you see two guys. One guy has a bat. One guy just has a knife in his hand. The guy with the bat hits the person, or I guess you can say the piece of meat, which is a human being, in the back of the head. They slump forward inside of the metal sloth bed where you put the pig's slop, like there are a whole bunch of just, I guess, food and stuff like that what a pig would eat inside. And as his head is laying in there, he's knocked unconscious pretty much. Another guy comes up behind him, and he literally like grabs his neck and he slices his throat from ear to ear, man. And then the blood just starts pouring inside of this bed, man. I don't know if they drink the juice, which is the blood, and I guess treat it like juice or whatever, but they showed it, man. And all of a sudden, man, you think that everybody's gonna die, and then you hear this gunfire, and they get close, man. Seriously, like there's like 3 or 4 dudes in front of Glenn, and then the last dude gets his head hit, gets his neck sliced, and then all of a sudden Glenn is up, and then all of a sudden you see Gareth. He comes in and he starts talking about some numbers, and then the guys are like, hey, this is my first time, man, I didn't know. And then they hear the gunshots, and they hear the explosion, and that's what saves them. Now, what ends up happening, man, Carol saves the day. Carol comes back. She uses her sniper rifle. She is kind of doing this Michonne type move where she cloaks herself inside of zombie blood. And then once she does that, she's able to shoot this gas tank. She shoots a hole into it. She sends off like this rocket flare that blows up and blows zombies into bits. So now you have walkers, fire, and fire walkers. You have burnt, crispy barbecue walkers. You have all these different varieties of walkers, man, that are on the screen at one time. And it's just, it's so fascinating, man. I'm going to have a more in-depth review of this episode, but I just wanted to say some things that I really loved about it. was, for one, showing how, Rick, with more people, Rick has less power or authority over the group. And now the group has a little bit more courage because all the people have been through so many things. Each person, Michonne, Sasha, Eugene, Abraham, Glenn, Maggie, Tyrese, Carol, even baby Judith, Carl, all of those people have been through so much that they're able to voice their own opinion. They're able to stand up on their own. They're able to tell Rick, hey, look, man, you're crazy. Stop doing what you're doing. We need to move on. So when they escape Terminus, Rick has this idea that he wants to go back in and kill all of them, which is probably the right idea, because if they listen to Rick, we probably wouldn't have the same events that are happening inside of season 5, because I'm pretty sure one of those termites are going to come back and try to, seek revenge. And then that's pretty much what season 5 is going to be about. And then including some new people like the preacher and maybe that person that came at the end of the episode that it looks like he was like tracking, or maybe Rick was giving him clues to where they were at. I don't know, but I am really surprised that he was there at the end of the episode, because I thought they closed that chapter. But now we finally, I don't know, maybe we get to see him come back for one last round or something. I don't know. But guys, let me know what you thought about tonight's episode. This is just crazy, man. To be honest, I can't believe that it happened tonight. Like, tonight was the night. It's here. Another October, another year. This is season 5. We're heading. We know that The Walking Dead will return for season 6. We know that this whole show is planned out until season 10, and then we also know that there is a spin-off series coming a little bit later. I don't care what they do, as long as they give me more episodes of The Walking Dead. I thank you guys once again for tuning in. I thank you for the comments and for subscribing and for liking, doing all that good stuff. I couldn't do this without you, man. I really do appreciate it. I'll have another video with in-depth. It'll probably be running roughly, probably 10 minutes, broken into like maybe 4 or 5 parts. But there's so much to talk about, and we're going to continue doing this, man. This is the beginning of season 5. Thanks, you guys. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're out of here.